Hello and welcome everybody. What is going on? So, interesting news. Very interesting news. Very interesting news. And that is that according to Erik ten Hag, who is the current coach of Ajax, he said that, and I quote, "The chances of Matthijs de Ligt staying at Ajax are at 0%. But I don't know. If he will leave to Bayern or Barca." So obviously this is very interesting news. Now this was, I'll leave the link for that in the description down below. It is on IXShowtime.com, and the reason why obviously that's so interesting is because we just bought Pavard, we just bought Lucas Hernandez. Now you'd figure with us spending 35 million for one defender, 80 million for another, that we wouldn't buy another player in defense. But the fact that Erik ten Hag came out with these quotes yesterday, or today it seems, yesterday/today I should say. It's very interesting that he's saying that, because I think the rumours really have been that he's going to go to Barca, but the fact that he's now mentioning us again, we were in that discussion very early on in the season, but now, even now to this point, he's still mentioning us. To me, that's just very interesting. Now, of course, if we were to buy de Ligt, he would cost, give or take, maybe like 70 million euros again, and honestly, I just can't see us. In all honesty, I can't see us go after him, because we already spend so much money on centre-backs. But, here comes a but. I don't think it's totally unrealistic. And the reason why I'm saying that, if you're gonna, Kimmich obviously wants to play Kimmich obviously wants to play in midfield. Alaba wants to play in midfield, and that's why I'm hesitating to say definitively that that's the case. Now I think most of us can pretty much assume that one, most likely Boateng, is going to leave, but one of Hummels/Boateng is going to leave this season. Most likely, as I said, Boateng. He really wanted to leave last season, didn't he? So he's most likely going to leave this season. So that's very likely, and usually you'd think Lucas Hernandez would fit in perfectly for that replacement, but this rumor is coming out, and it's not just like a random newspaper source saying that, it's the coach himself saying that, and you'd figure that the coach would know up-to-date information. So it seems like we are definitely interested, but I don't know how interested we are. It's just, to me, this is really like an interesting piece of news. Not so much like something big is going to happen, or something else is going to happen. Nothing along those sort of things, but more so just a, huh. And that's why I wanted to talk about it, just because it's a, huh, kind of news. It's one of the where you just sit on it, you're thinking, are you sure? Did you get the name wrong or something, or did you have like old information or misinformation or something? Did they like call you up and say, well, yeah, and you were just like, oh, okay, so it's going to Bayern or Barca, okay, because I feel like there has to be like some mistranslation almost, like there has to be some error here, but because I don't see us spending that kind of money again. I mean, fair enough, let's go for it. I would say let's go for it, but again, there's only a certain amount of money that we have. There's only a certain amount of money we can spend on players, and there, of course, unless we obviously sell other players as well, which I can definitely see, either that or we're going to get a lot of players off the wage bill. I mean, that's definitely going to happen. I don't see, like, first of all, how we fit into the team in terms of like squad space. But I'd still welcome it. And second of all, I don't know, how wise that would be in terms of like, the money that we're spending on players. Because to me, that's just, again, I'll have the source in the description down below. It is in Dutch, so unless you can read it, Google Translate is the best option. But it's fascinating. Usually I have a good idea. Like usually I can like talk about transfers, in depth, because I can guess like the source. If the source is like good, I'm like, you know what, source is good, seems credible. If the source is bad, I'm like, you know what, source is bad. There's no point talking about it. There's no point making a video about it because the source is bad. In this case, it's the coach, and I don't know what to say. So I'll leave. I'll leave that all up to you lot. I want to see what you all think in the comment section down below. I'm going to be very interested to see like what all of you are saying on this one, honestly, because to me it's just like a kind of news, as I said, and and I don't know what to think right now. Right now, I've been sitting on this like for a good 2 hours before I recorded this, but I still don't know what to think, because to me it just seems so out there. It just seems so out there. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens of that, of course. And let me know what you all think of that. That, I guess, rumor. Well, granted, we don't know how likely it is to go to us. Like I said, Barca seem to be like the obvious place. There might be like a 1% chance that it'll go to us, but just 1% itself is too much in my opinion. So it's the fact that we've been mentioning it. Just to me, it's just strange, very, very strange. But regardless, I'll see you all for the next one, everyone. Peace out and have a nice day. Bye.